Timing espresso shots. It's a basic measure used when dialing in grind size, a method for determining if an espresso extraction is in the ballpark. Producing an espresso in 20 to 30 seconds is often referred to as the golden rule of espresso. But when timing, when should you start the clock? Hey, espresso lovers, Mark here from Whole Latte Love. About a week ago, I put up a how-to video, a beginner's guide to easy success with semi-automatic espresso machines. It covers the basic principles of making a good espresso, including getting the grind size right, how to be consistent, and I had some whole bean coffee recommendations in the video that are inexpensive and easy to work with and get impressive customer reviews. If you missed that video and you want to check it out, use a link up here or in the video's description to watch. And thanks for all your wonderful comments on that video. One subject that got a lot of attention there was my advocating for starting shot timing at the first drip of espresso from the portafilter spouts. Now, if you are a regular with my videos and you peruse the comments, you know you can count on me to engage with you there with my thoughts, opinions, and suggestions. So I'd like to get your thoughts on shot timing. If you use timing, when do you start the clock? So why do I advocate for starting at first drip? For me, it really comes down to the evolution in machines and beans. That's how machines have changed in the past couple of decades, driven by increases in whole bean coffee quality and variety. Now, as I go through my reasoning for starting at first drip, do keep in mind that timing is the most basic step on your way to a good extraction. For some, it's probably as far as they'll go. Others will take it to the next level using brew ratios by weighing coffee input and output. So why first drip for me? Well, I guess I'm lucky in that I have access to and use an ever-increasing variety of machines ranging from premium entry-level espresso single boilers like this Gaggia Classic Pro up to the latest in flow profiling machines like the Dalla Corte Mina. What happens to the coffee after the pump starts in that range of machines can be very different, and especially so during the first 10 seconds. One example, machines with vibration pumps build up pressure more slowly than rotary pump machines. Now, there's no doubt extraction begins when brew water contacts the ground coffee, but also, no doubt, there's very different things happening when water starts flowing through the coffee compared to just making contact. And that time from pump on to flow through can be very different depending on the machine type and other factors like open spaces in the brewing circuit that need to fill before flow and pressure can build. Take an ExpoBar E61 group machine like this one. Not only do ExpoBar E61 groups have an extra chamber milled into the group behind the shower screen that needs to fill before flow, they also have a deaerator and it causes pressure to build up more slowly too. Combine all that in a machine with a vibration pump and it takes longer for brew water to flow through the coffee than on a standard E61 group machine with a rotary pump like this Rocket R58 with the custom wood accents. The difference can be 5 to 7 seconds or more. So use the same timing from pump on in these two machines, and everything else being equal, you'll likely get two very different extractions. As we move to higher level brewing using long pre-infusions or extended low flow or pressure profiles, differences can get extreme in timing from pump on. Now, it's unlikely you're giving much thought to timing. If you're brewing at this level, you'll probably be using a scale and weighing your output. But if you were timing, in my opinion, it's a mistake to include a pre-infusion of, let's say, 1 gram per second for 10 seconds when no espresso is dripping from your spouts in your total extraction timing. If you did, you'd need to pump out your entire liquid extraction in maybe 15 seconds to hit the middle of those golden rule guidelines. In my opinion, starting timing at first drip just levels the measurement field a bit between different machine types and other variables which affect when brew water actually starts to flow through the coffee. Now, again, I do want to be clear. Extraction technically begins when brew water contacts the coffee, But what's happening at that point, like off-gassing of CO2 in coffee, very fresh from roast, is very different to what's being extracted when water is flowing through the coffee under pressure. So, what do you think? Now, maybe if you're like me and time from first strip, you'd shoot for the lower end of the 20 to 30 second golden rule range, but do keep in mind other factors like pump type and open spaces in the brew circuit that need to fill, and adjust for pre-infusion as you think is needed. Most importantly, remember, timing just gets you in the ballpark. From there, you can explore brew ratios if you want, and of course, taste your coffee. How did the flavor change in extractions timed at 20, 25, and 30 seconds? You can use timing on your machine as a reference, but of course, flavor is what it's all about. If you have opinions, I'd love to talk about them. So use the comments. If you like this content, be sure and subscribe. I'm Mark. Thanks for watching, and be sure to come on back soon for more of the best on everything coffee, brought to you by Whole Latte Love.